John Cena, congratulations on Ferdinand. What a fun film. What's the story of Ferdinand the Bull?
That often people are misunderstood. And Ferdinand's a great example of just standing up for who you are. People think they got you all figured out based on how you look. But it's not that simple. Especially when it comes to me. I'm a little more complex. Sorry, I almost killed you. Ow!
And when you're asked to voice the bull in a movie, I don't know whether that's flattering or a little bit offensive. What was it that you loved about the character of Ferdinand?
Well, you know, the story has been in publication for 80 years, and it certainly is very, very famous. So to be asked to be the title of that story was very, very flattering. It was an honor.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to make sure to do the best I could.
What did you feel was similar about Ferdinand's character and your own life story?
Well, I mean, and I'm not just speaking for myself, but I think we all go through life a little bit misunderstood. And a lot of times that has to do with what people see. They take a look at us and they assume that we are something. And if they spend some time to get to know us, they realize that maybe we're more than what they see.
Yeah, and Ferdinand has this kind of secret love for flowers more than fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Is there something that you really love or have a quiet obsession about that you think people don't really know much of?
No, I really try to be very upfront with the things that I'm passionate about. And the range is enormous, from automobiles to the love of my life to now a new obsession with playing piano.
Yeah.
I think it's important to address those things and to let people know that this is what I like Ferdinand's obsession with flowers.
Yeah.
Because it shows that just because you like something that essentially makes you seem vulnerable doesn't mean you're not strong. It actually makes you stronger for being able to admit the things you're passionate about.
Yeah, and when the director chose you for this role, he said that was something he liked about you, that you're a picture of strength. Everyone knows your WWE history, but then also that gentleness. And I think that really comes out in a lot of the great charity work that you do and the relationship that you have with your fans. Why is that something that you value and prioritize so much?
Well, I'm very thankful for those who support me, for sure, because I wouldn't be where I am without them. But I also know that there's a giant contingent that don't enjoy the things that I do, but I've never wavered from who I am. And I think that's why those who support me truly will support me through thick and thin. And I'm so thankful for that, because I've been through the stresses of people constantly asking you to change. And I just refuse. And not only that, I'm more vocal about the things that I enjoy. And I'm not afraid to showcase vulnerability or emotion. I'm not always thinking about being the tough guy, because oftentimes the tough guy has to be able to be proud of who you are.
Yeah, and Ferdinand wrestles with that in the movie as well. Obviously, he's meant to be this fighting bull. How do you think you personally have found confidence not to change and not to just take on the dreams that other people may put on you?
The ability to take chances. The ability to take chances, the ability to be proud with who you are and to be comfortable in your own skin. And certainly failure has a lot to do with that. Like, you fall on your face, you got two options. You stay down or you get back up. And I think having had a lot of setbacks in my life and consistently never giving up has helped me be comfortable in my own skin.
Yeah, the never give up mantra, that's something that's really associated with you quite a lot. What has taught you to never give up?
Just what you can achieve. It's amazing what you can achieve with persistence and with dedication. I am a living example of that.
Yeah.
Just if you never give up, you can truly achieve some unbelievable things.
And you touched on one of the really cool bits in Ferdinand is that you don't judge a book by its cover, don't judge a bull by its cover. What else do you think is really going to hit families in the heart through this story?
With so many great characters, we have an amazing cast, an amazing universe that Blue Sky's created. I think audiences young and old will take so many different messages away from this, because each character goes on their own journey, whether it's Ferdinand or Lupe or Ferdinand's newfound friends, the bulls or the horses or El Primero. I think there's a lot that can be drawn from each character's journey. So that's what I love about the movie. It doesn't force you to understand one thing. You're entertained by a great movie, and you can take whatever away you want from it.
And it was your first time doing voiceover work. How did that feel? Because you're used to being on a camera in front of a large crowd. In a voiceover experience, it's just you in a quiet studio and some producers, right?
But it's creative and imaginative and fun, and with every experience, it is what you make of it. So if you lose yourself in what you're trying to create, You may look goofy at times, but who cares? It ends up really looking special on camera.
Is there a secret collection of videos that you've got of yourself in the studio?
It's a very public collection because they videotape you for every voice session you do.
Yeah.
And by no means am I ashamed of anything that I had to do to make Ferdinand, because when you watch Ferdinand, it's beautiful.
And you mentioned Lupe as well, voiced by Kate McKinnon. She is hilarious as your
Lupe is my
coach
favorite character in the movie.
Wow, you have bias then, that's great.
Yes.
She is a phenomenal comic actress. Who else would you like to work with? Because you've obviously worked with Amy Schumer and many others. Who else is on that list?
Well, it's not necessarily a list. I think when you the most important thing about making a good movie is putting together something people are passionate about. And everyone's effort on Ferdinand, you can tell everybody was really into it because of the product on screen. So as long as I go into a project with folks that want to do work, I think we'll be just fine.
Yeah, and they're all great storytellers. Your life as a WWE superstar and of course moving into acting, both are storytelling of different forms. What kind of stories? You're very welcome. What kind of stories do you like to tell?
Just ones that stimulate you creatively. I mean, me as a 40-year-old man, there's R-rated comedies like Trainwreck, but I also find a lot of satisfaction in being able to tell the story of being misunderstood. So it varies. It's just something of when you read it and you can relate to it, you know that that's a step in the right direction. Yeah,
well, Ferdinand is a fantastic film. Thank you for voicing it. Thank you for embarrassing yourself in the studio and sharing that with us.
Thank you.
What have you got next in the pipeline?
Well, Ferdinand is right in front of us. That's coming out soon, so I'd like everybody to go and enjoy it. And then in a WWE sense, WrestleMania is right around the corner.
John Cena, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
They're coming. We gotta do something, guys.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I know you want me. You know I want you.
Look at the cute squirrels.
What? Ah! Hedgehogs!